royalty, icon, legend,
Mr. Telephone Man
in the building. Hey man, you're mute.
You're on mute.
You're on mute. Yeah.
There we go. What's up, family?
What's up,
What's going on, man?
How's everybody doing?
In these Corona streets, nah, everybody.
Listen, man.
How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. You know, this is my release date for my new joint, so I'm doing work right now. You know, I'm getting it in. Mm-hmm.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
We're gonna start off, man. Of course, I'm AR Shaw, my co-host Romeo International, and the one and only cast in the city. I just want to start off, man. I think Candy Girl was the first song I actually learned as a kid, man. Like, so thanks for that. That was.
Is that right? Wow. That's
man. It's real, man. So many.
Where you from?
I'm from ATL, man. But the thing about New Edition, you guys spoke so much to the Black community, spoke so much to an era. Like, so many people grew up on the music, you know. So it's like, you know, you guys are legendary when it comes to this music thing, and we want to make sure that people respect the grind and the greatness of what you guys have created.
I love that, man. I appreciate that too. Yeah, it's been a long grind. It's been a long haul. You know, almost 40 years now. We've been getting it in. So at the end of the day, it does take grinding, you know, to have that kind of longevity in the game, and I appreciate that.
Definitely, Cass.
No, for sure. I mean, we just definitely want to talk about that, like what it takes, you know, the skill set it takes to have the longevity. You know, we want to give you your praise, but it takes a lot of hard work, you know, determination and things like that. What are, you know, some of the things that you think it takes to have a career where you can drop music, you know, for 10 plus years, 20 plus years, things like that?
You gotta have your God on your side. You gotta have a strong blessing on your side, man. But at the end of the day, I tell you, perseverance. You gotta be willing to roll with the punches, the ups, the good, the bad, and the ugly, and stick it out. Because a lot of people get through they go through some rough times and they just give up. They figure, man, you know, it's the business is tough. It's not one of those industries that's for the weak. So if you really want to be around, you got to keep growing. You can't ever think you got it all. You know what I'm saying? You got it all figured out. You got to continue to grow and learn, keep up with the business and the industry and what's going on and what's changing in it, and just steady grind. You said it earlier, man. You got to keep hustling. You can't stop going out there and thinking that because you had a hit that's all to take you out here now and everything's gonna be a given to you. It's never a given. It's like one of those things with us. Every time we start out, it feels like the beginning to us. So when we do a new album, a new project, we go at it like it's the Candy Girl album. And say, all right, let's go at this like this is our first run and do all those little things that it takes, man. And build friendships. Don't burn bridges. You know, that's another thing, because those same outlets that you use when you're coming up, you're gonna have to use them again each time you release something, each time you're moving on, you know, moving and shaking, you're gonna have to go back to these people 9 times out of 10. So with that said, having a strong fan base and staying loyal to them, always making sure that you're serving them first and then try to go for anything new. If you're trying to, you know, open up the base eventually. But it's about staying strong, working hard, grinding every day, never thinking that you've reached your plateau, but there's always something that you can do better each time. And with that mindset, you're giving yourself the best shot to stick around. It's never a given, but that's the best shot. I think that's what the secret was for us. Because it's 5, 6 different members in our group. And that takes, you know, and all of us got to always think kind of the same way. We got to cohesively think that way and to get out of each other's way and let everybody have their space. And, you know, at the end of the day, be able to stick together and not break up. You know, one of the things that we were able to do was do these individual projects to get everybody's, you know, own personalities out there in their own way. So that allowed us to always come back as the group and do some things together. It always felt like when we did New Edition, it was time to do it. We always wanted to jump out of our own thing, because putting on the suit, doing the choreography together, all of that stuff was like the difference between doing your ordinary thing every day, your ordinary clothes, and then dressing up for a wedding or a cotillion or something special. It's like, okay, now it's time to do the New Edition thing. So it always kept it special and fresh for us as well.
Yeah, Romeo.
Yeah.
See, Mr. Trent, like I'm a different beast now. Don't get me wrong, respectfully, I'm a New Edition fan, but I'm a Ralph Tresvant fan. That's who I'm a fan of. I'm a
Romeo.
fan of,
That's why you got a name like Romeo, man. It's about romance and ladies. And I get it, man. That's right, baby. I feel you, man.
That is definitely his personality.
I'm a fan of the solo artists, because when I caught on to the music, I caught on during Sensitivity, during the whole era where being in love and being sexy was like cool. Like that's that type of vibe. Let me ask you this before we talk about the new single. The way that R&B is today, and you can be honest with us, do you like R&B today? Do you like the sound, or did it disappear?
It's different for me, you know. I think my Rolodex is filled with all of the stuff from back in the days. When you go in my car, first thing's gonna come on is maybe some Marvin Gaye or some something from back in the day, some Michael Jackson. You know, my thing was, that's what I came up in, so that's my primary. But you know, I think there's cats out there that's doing their thing. You know, it's just changed with the rap game being so dominant, and you know, you gotta kind of roll with the punches. This is what we was talking about earlier. I was saying, when you gotta roll with what the industry is doing, what the people are asking for. So I understand the change in it, but you know, I'm old school, so it's a little different for me. I do appreciate cats like The Weeknd when he goes out there and he's moving. I can feel what he's doing. There's other artists, obviously, you know, female artists out there that are doing their thing, but for the most part, you know, I'm sticking with what I came up on, and that's what I listen to on a daily. And I'll sprinkle some of the new in, but it's definitely changed in a more rap oriented type of R&B than it was back in the days. You could just pure R&B with the strings and the French horns. All the subjects was about the women and love, making, falling in love, falling out of love, and you know, that's where I come from. So I'm gonna continue to be that dude until it's over for me, you know. And I can appreciate that, Romeo. Look at him with the sleepy eyes. I know you killing the women, man. What's up with all of that?
Hey, man, don't blow his head up. Don't blow his head up.
My goodness, please. Literally, this man was born on Valentine's Day.
That's right, baby.
So, Rev, I want to talk about the new single, man, All Mine, featuring Johnny Gill. But before we go into that, man, I remember when Johnny first came into the group, and it was like, a lot of people were saying it was like, you know, who was going to be the lead singer? Was it going to be Johnny or Raph? Was there any conflict back then between you and Johnny back when he first got into the group?
No, I am the lead singer. That's what it is.
Okay,
you know?
okay.
No, but at the end of the day, it was a little tension, because when, you know, people don't realize that Johnny, and I've said this on many times, you know, since I've been doing the new single, Johnny was brought in the group by Belle Biv DeVoe to replace me. It wasn't about replacing Bobby. So it was some tension when we got down to the studio in Minneapolis, and you know, I didn't know he was coming. I didn't even know he was going to be there. He just showed up, and we had another member in the group. So, and at the end of the day, so it was real tense. I wasn't really saying much, and Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, I remember they sat us to the side and say, "Listen, man, what's going on? This tension is crazy right here. You can cut it in. You can cut it with a knife in this room right now." So he kind of brought everybody to it. I said, "I'll tell you what's going on. I never knew we had a new member, and this, that, and the other." And everybody's eyes lit up, including the guys. And Johnny didn't know I didn't know. So at first it was like that. Later on that night, you know, we went on to kind of hash that out, work it out. Because my thing was, if we're going to bring anybody back in the group, it's going to be Bobby, you know, meaning back in the group. We're going to put another member back in. I'm waiting for my man to come back. But at the end of the day, we went back to the hotel and we talked for a while. And that's like, if you saw the movie or the New Edition story, there was a scene that they showed me and Johnny talking. And that was right after all of that, after Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis had brought us together. We were back at the hotel. He pretty much, after doing about a 2-hour conversation, he said, "Man, what have I got myself into?" And I told him, "Welcome to New Edition, baby."
No, that's real. That's real, man. Because I think his addition kind of made you guys like a Voltron. It was almost like LeBron going to the Heat. You know what I'm saying? It was almost like this thing that took you guys to the next level. Because I think Any Heartbreak is going to go down as one of the best albums in music history. Not just R&B, but it's a great album. And some of the work that you guys put together is definitely going to like stand the test of time. So let's talk about this new single, All Mine, and it features Johnny Gill. Like, what's the concept, and how did you guys come together on this project?
Well, that's Big Bro. He was working on his project at the time, or he actually, yeah, when he was people were submitting songs for his album, The Game Changer 2. He was that song was one of the songs that they sent to him. And when he told me when he heard it, first thing came to his mind was like, man, this sound like my little brother. This sound like Ralph. And so he called me up and said, man, I think I got something I got something I want you to hear. This might be a joint for you. So he sent it over to me. I heard it. I loved the song right out the gate. I said, okay, this is worth cutting. Let's see what it turns into. Because you never know, get in there and don't sound like, it don't sound like the demo when you start doing it. It's like, okay, this didn't do me no justice. So we went in there and started. I was in there probably about 4 hours over his house at his studio. Knocked it out, left, and then he sent me another copy with me on it, and then he did his thing on it as well. And I said, okay, I think we might have something here, man. So we started moving it around, got some interest in it. And we have our own label. He has his J Skills, and I have mine. Now it's Tap Records that we've been merging together. And we got with a distribution team, SRG, and the rest is history, today's release date. So that's how it came together, honestly. It was one of those songs that we just knew that the topic, again, like Romeo was talking about, it's about love. It's about women. It's about a, relationship, special one. Ain't nobody else but you. I'm glad you're all mine. It's that kind of vibe. So it works for me.
Yeah, but I think we have the song pulled up. Want to make sure we have it. Want to play a snippet of the song.
Crazy how you're running through my mind, yeah. 24/7 all the time. My number one never on the side, yeah. Just you and I. And I don't need to tell you, I'ma show you. You gon' feel it when I hold you. So get ready, I'ma go there. You're all I ever ask for. I can't hold it in. Put my money on you. All we do is win. Sorry if I'm selfish. Want you for myself. Girl, you got that good. You're good for my health. Oh mine. Oh mine, oh mine. Oh mine, oh mine. Oh mine, mine, mine. Oh mine, oh mine. Oh, oh, oh mine. Oh mine. Oh mine, oh mine. Oh mine. Oh mine, oh mine. Oh mine, oh mine. Now that we're alone.
There you go.
Hey.
That's what we doing, man.
That classic sound, man. The one thing that I appreciate is that, you guys with it, hearing this song is like, you staying true to who you are. You're not trying to like compete with what's happening right now. You're not putting any 808s in there. Like, you really giving us like some real true R&B music. So let's talk about that, man.
That was the plan. I appreciate that, man. That was the plan, and not try to come out here and sound too like we're trying to be young. We're trying to keep up with the youngsters. I was just keep true to what I've been doing, and hopefully everybody likes it. That was the game plan.
Go ahead.
No, I was about to say, you got Facebook blowing up right now. I'm about to download it right now. Just let you know on my iTunes. But Rochelle, Sophia, Keisha, Tamika, I can't even go down all these names. You guys got our Facebook just blowing up, man.
That's the Riz Riders, man. They ride hard body for me, man. They do. They keep it real. They making sure that this record's going #1 if they got anything to do about say about it. You know what I'm saying? So love to all of y'all, man. Riz Riders, I appreciate that, man. Keep blowing up the spot. This is the day. Let's get this.
So Rev, you got a bunch of fans. They're live right now. Do you have any tunes that you can sing to them right now? Just a little special holiday melody that you can give them?
A holiday melody, man. Listen, I'm going to do the song that's out. We got Crazy Color running through my mind, yeah. 24/7 all the time. My number one never on the side, yeah. Just you and I, right? I don't need to tell you, I'ma show you. You gon' feel it when I hold you. So get ready, I'ma go there. Yeah. I'ma go there. That's what I want to give them. Let's go get
it. Good job.
Let's go, man.
Hey,
Hey,
man, let's
thanks
go.
for the
You
love.
taking all the ladies this morning, man. We're gonna have to taking all
I
the
can't
ladies.
take all the ladies from y'all. Hey, y'all, Romeo, y'all got it on lock. Cass, I appreciate
Hey,
it.
man, nah. You
Yeah.
started singing. You started singing, and the light started cascading on Cassidy. You see, the light came in on.
There you go, girl. That's what I'm talking about.
So Rev,
Um,
you talked about starting your own label, and we've like in the past we've seen the issues that New Edition had to face early on with bad contracts, and now you're doing things on your own, and now you're a boss. Like, what did you learn most about those early years, and just not understanding the music industry then versus now? You being a boss and kind of like really figuring things out and doing things on your own.
Well, the main thing we figure out as you move along, is that you fine tune those things. You either give up or you fine tune those mistakes instead of getting, just letting it get you down, letting it stop you from making you run. My thing is I will learn from I always feel like there's an answer to, every problem. I'm those kind of guys that I don't look at it and just get distraught and feel like, oh man, I'm one of those guys that I always feel like there's a solution. So I think that one of the things is, for me, is learning. I love to feel like I'm growing and I'm getting better. So each time I do it, I say, okay, that didn't work the last time. I'm gonna do this, and hopefully I don't make no mistakes this time. But even if I do, I'm gonna correct it and I'm gonna keep going after that. So that's pretty much it, man. You just gotta grow. Like I said earlier today, learn to roll with the good, the bad, and the ugly, and eventually things will turn out if you keep it up.
Definitely. Well, thanks so much for joining us again, man. For those who don't know, how can they follow you and how can they get the single?
Oh man, just Google Ralph Tresvant. You'll see it, man. It's everywhere, man. All you gotta do is put my name in there or New Edition, and it'll pop up where to find me. I'm not hard to find at all.
I like that.
That's what it is, bro. Thanks so much for joining us this morning, man. It really appreciate it.
Anytime, man. Y'all invite me back whenever you're ready. I'll be here. I appreciate the love, fam.
Thank you
All
for
love,
stopping
baby.
by.
Salute y'all.
Yeah.
Take care.
This single. You know what? I'm about to call all these girls right
You
now.
gotta be
Can
acting up today.
You stand the rain.
Okay, Terry.
What, Karen? What?
Can you stand the rain?
Hey, Terry,
I remember
you gonna make the women leave, man.
Hey, Romeo. Now I'm